Hello, I'm Chuckles. As I mentioned last week, I've been focusing a great deal on writing since the new year started. One of the main things I've been focusing on is finishing up the script for a new film that I mentioned back in this video. Now comes the time where I tell you all about it. The film is called Yoyaku Yokai, which roughly translates to Spirit Contract. It is a horror satire set in Tokyo, Japan, in which three women, an American social worker, a Japanese teenager, and a Chinese ghost, become entangled in each other's lives. The ghost is a vengeful spirit of death. By occupation, it's her job to haunt and destroy anyone who enters her house. Her contract states that when someone sees her, she has 48 hours to haunt, menace, and ultimately destroy everyone related to this person, and finally the person themselves. This is all well and good until one night, while finishing up business with an old woman, two new humans happen to show up at the same time and see her. Now, not only does she have two entire families worth of people to deal with in 48 hours, but half of those people are in America, where she can't get at them. Thus, the hapless ghost finds herself in a race against time to properly deal with all these humans in a way her boss will approve of, at the risk of him evicting her and her son from their home. As you can probably tell, this is another film inspired by Japanese horror, or J-horror cinema. But whereas A-horror is about exploring filmmaking and the ways in which Americans and Japanese react to supernatural subjects, this is more of a straight-up ghost story, primarily told from the ghost's perspective. Leipong, the ghost, is essentially a working single mother trying to make ends meet, who, by accident, is put into an impossible situation with serious consequences should she fail to overcome it. At the same time, the humans, Hikaru and Meryl, each have their own issues, and now have to figure out what the deal is with this ghost woman and if there's a way to stop her. This is the project I've been talking to various possible crewmates and collaborators about here and in Japan. The project will move forward after the budget has been completed, but I've been dragging my feet on that front since budgeting is extremely difficult for me. I'm finally making some headway, however, and next week I should have a proper plan, or at least the outline of one, hammered out. This will also mark the final stretch for A-Horror the Student Film. Details about that in the next vlog. For now, I hope you will continue to follow along as I bring you new stories in my filmmaking journey. This Saturday, one such story will finally be told. It's the exploration video of my day touring Kamakura, which I'm really excited for you all to see. Look forward to that. Please give a like, a follow, and a subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Toodles.